Okay, good afternoon. Welcome to our part 2 of Modest Fashion Designers Conference, Modest Fashion 2030. I am Len Kalunod. I am a fashion design student in Fashion Institute of the Philippines. And can we introduce ourselves? Let's start with Asfarena.
Okay, hi, good afternoon. Here a bit coming training. Okay, bit noisy. Okay, Assalamualaikum. Good afternoon. My name is Asfarena. I'm really appreciated that invited me in this program and conference, Modest Fashion Manila, right? The name. Okay, welcome to you all, everybody, as a designer. So I introduce a bit regarding myself, okay? Actually, I am, I check my, okay. My name is Asfarena Samion. I'm started with as a tailor last time, so now become a tailor's designers. Okay, tailor designer. I'm a master couture designer, and I learn about sewing techniques and also upgrading sewing and tailoring industry from the bottom line in garment making and the skill knowledge to the professionals level with international certification and offer the course in couture sewing technology. Okay, by UK textile. So I'm in this field about 27 years.
Wow.
Alhamdulillah. Yeah. Now I'm old already. Okay. That's a little bit about myself.
Okay, thank you, Asfarena.
Okay.
And next, Laha. Yes, can you introduce yourself?
Hello, everyone. Thank you for inviting me here. I'm really glad to be part of this conference. My name is Azizah Talusan. I studied and graduated in Malaysia, and also founded this Laha since 2015 when I was still a student in Malaysia. Yeah, so the brand that we've been creating, actually, it was all about the identity since I was born and raised in South Asia. So I have not come across about my culture in the Philippines. So I was really raised in other countries. And when I spoke to United Nations, that's the time I realized that I have to own an identity, and that is the Bangsamoro. So now, often coming back to my hometown, I have seen a lot of textile that is so beautiful with curated colors and different. So I wanted to infuse this with the abaya, which is included to modest fashion. So we've been very exposed to modest fashion since 2014 until up to this. So yeah, this is our much advocate for women and also culture, yes, in the Philippines. I think that's all about me.
Okay, thank you, Laha. And next, Sasha, Sarah. Hello, are you there? Oh, she's in the chat. Okay. Oh, there's some problem with her microphone. Okay. Okay. Sad to say she's having problems with her microphone, but she can hear as well. So, okay. Yes. So we'll start with Asfarena. Okay. Of the fashion for 2030, what are we looking forward to? Are you working on something new or?
Really, in fashion, we have so many ideas, and every day we can say that every day we have new ideas. about fashion. We want to explore, we want to try everything. This unlimited the idea. See, right? Laha, what's the name? Laha. Okay. And this for this coming 2030, our team from skills to manufacturing is thinking about whether we can collaborative from all of countries or other sites to bringing the heritage and this creative manufacturing brands at a responsible price. The responsible price is introduced and can be highlighted. See, because every country were promoting the modest, here modest, everywhere is a modest, how we want to emphasize the pricing, the story, the highlighted about the modest itself, maybe from Philippines, from Malaysia, from other countries. And we know that Indonesia is huge about the modest, right? So when we introduce the modest style globally, we talk about globally, it is a hope that it will be received comprehensively and a competitive price with a story presented to presenting each country. This is our aim.
Okay, thank you, Asfarena. And I would like to ask hers, Laha. As a young, modest designer, have you heard about this Dolce and Gabbana having their own? Yes. What can you say about, they are going into evolving and getting bigger with this, luxurious, expensive brands. What can you say about that?
No, he's
Okay,
okay.
that's okay.
It's okay.
Mhm.
Sunday mood. Okay.
I love your point about the Dolce and Gabbana that they've been really into the modest fashion, that they're creating the scarves and then the clocks, stuff like that. As we know that modest fashion is entering the global economy, is really high intense when it comes to purchasing. Yeah. So upon entering to this modest fashion, we can see that people are instilling what we actually looking for. It's not just about the high-end fashion, but also how are we going to fit into modest fashion. So these big brands that are really interested with this modest fashion, I think they are really seeing what is in the future. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. And okay, what are the most important steps should modest fashion industry to to help sustain it?
Want to answer me? Okay.
Yeah, anyone.
Yeah, Iman and Herzlar, we know that now is a trend about sustainability, the certification on GPM sustainability from US. We use 5R, 4R, 3R, so many R's. So we must apply this in fashion too. We must go together with this concept and what they want to bring and to awareness to other publics in fashion itself. So we always emphasize the storytelling to the actual making of the roots, from the roots of the collection to produce from what okay, this sustainability. Then only a work from of a heritage is about the old story brought to the presenting generations. Yes.
Okay.
This about my the industry, how to sustain.
Okay, thank you. And
Welcome.
okay, you want to say something, Laha?
Yeah, I think I'm really into Safrina, what she told a while ago. I believe in climate change as well, because the textiles that have been really, like we can see in fast fashion, like H&M
Yes.
and Forever 21, everyone's like
Yes,
so
I
crazy.
was supposed to say that. Yeah,
Yeah.
the high, fast pacing, brands
Exactly.
like
Fast fashion, we call fast
F21,
fashion,
Bershka,
everything.
yes,
Yes.
Yeah. How about our brand, the local
yes,
brands, the
right.
Yeah.
with the community that they're doing wavering, they're doing everything. So what about them? How are we going to sustain them? So that's the biggest questions that in Philippines as Bangsamoro, we are trying to solve it. How are we going to sustain it? Yes, we are fighting for climate change. Yes, we are fighting for the better wage. Yes, we're fighting for the community. But how are we going to do this? And that it takes a lot of research and development. So we still in the Philippines, let's say the modest fashion is not, so how should I say, it's not that trend yet, because they are connotating with the religion. There's about the personal identification. There's a lot going on in their head that we're trying to survive how this modest fashion enter to not a dominant Muslim area. Yeah. So to sustain it, we have to go with the standard of United Nations or any country that they really look up how these brands, the locals that I'm saying, are sustained perfectly in a sustainable way. Yeah.
Okay. Because you know, here in the Philippines, we can only see that when you're wearing the habaya in only in
Middle East.
Muslim,
Yeah.
Muslim cities in
Yeah.
Mindanao, in Marawi, in
Yeah.
here.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay, thank you. And what do you want to tell the consumers of modest fashion about your brand or in general?
Like my thought is we now we are promoting the hashtag tailor designers, not only designers now
Yeah,
tailor
just the
designers.
hashtag.
So you must know the skill in technical and theoretical. So which is we are bring the tailor designer and designers are these the two different entities. See, we must start from now to awareness, to give more talents who are very creative from the roots, as I mentioned just now. So we are as a designers have creativity also different in terms of manufacturing. We are more inspired and trying to really work hard and push hard to align with others designers that are promoting their brand only, but we are different. We are start from roots and know about the culture, like her Laha said, so many things. They also want to speak about loud, speak out about the fashion. Is that what they know from their all generation. This is a heritage, and what is the difference between tele designers and the designers to the consumers directs in modest fashion. So so our limited collection ideas use the resources of all skills work out to future generations to appreciate. Okay, we are selling stories, not just only garments. Okay, because our store, that's why in Malaysia our stores called Secret Modest. Okay, Secret Modest by Asfarena Samion. It starts from the story from 27 last time, so many years ago. So this is why Secret Modest, because our modest is really secrets. Who are in our
Secret.
platform
Yeah.
are different background entity with different story. We are not selling garments. Hopefully
True.
this brand and this name, we can go far to promoting in global areas.
Okay, thank you. And
Welcome.
why do you believe that modest fashion is here to stay?
Laha, maybe your ideas?
Well, I think it's a part of the story. It's a part of our journey. It's a part of our culture. That generation by generations, we're adopting more innovative. Yeah. So modest fashions from let's way back ago and up to this point, modest fashion is still at the elegant phase. That everyone has its own idea why it has to be stayed and why it has to be heard. Yeah. So as Farina, to be honest, when I've been in Malaysia, to be honest, I'm really inspired. I told myself when I go back home to Philippines, how am I able to introduce modest fashions? You know, being exposed with different modest fashion, walk and industries and people, they have their own identification, they have their own story. But then when I came back to Philippines, the story that I wanted to tell is that they need to embrace who we are, let alone the Westerns, what I call that, how they really made us into the fast fashions. But then our stand for this, it has to be trying to be the unique and authentic identification that we are having right now.
Okay, thank you. Okay, I have a last question. You know, in the world of social media,
Yes.
where do you like, what kind of medium, like for example, we have Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. What kind of social media do you think where you could, you know, reach get a lot reach out, you
More
know, with
impact.
brand, yes, where you could market
More
your,
impact.
yes.
Yes. Hi, Sasha.
Hello. So you think you could market more
Share.
in on Facebook or
So I think my
Instagram?
idea about this, about social medias, if we
Yes.
want to run together with all these social media every day, we really have no time. Actually, we have no time because our focusing is on research, research to produce the products, and we have a very constrained times to really focus on social media itself. Otherwise, yeah, this is really helpful, but we need another team to help us so we can fit to this team and group to promoting to centralize what we want to highlight the modest in globally. So let us behind the scenes to focus on research and what is good for maybe the models for our countries is better. But for sure now we can say that TikTok is better. Others generation, others groups said that IG is better, and